Hey guys, I'm Shane Smith, the owner of Genesis Offroad, and this is our installation video for our dual battery system for the Ineos Grenadier. First things first, if you're not familiar with our dual battery system for the Grenadier, we've got a detailed overview video that explains what comes with this kit and how it works. So if you want to check that out, go watch that video here. But this is one of our easiest to install battery kits that we have because this kit is a direct drop-in right into some factory mounting points under the back seat. But don't skip ahead. I'm going to show you several tricks on how to get this installed with all the hardware in there in the right order to make it as easy as possible. So let's just jump right into it. Let's head to the back seat and get started. Okay, first things first, let's go ahead and disconnect the negative post on the cranking battery just to kill power to the entire vehicle before we get started, okay? So to do that, we're going to pull out this floor mat over here on the back driver's side. Okay, then we're going to pop up these little covers right here and remove these two nuts with a 10 millimeter. Okay, then we're going to take this plastic enclosure off of the cranking battery, and we're going to start up here in the center with this T25 screw. Okay, now we can flip up the seat. And there's two more of those T25 screws right here holding that cover. Now we can pull that plastic piece out. Okay, here's our cranking battery. Let's just disconnect the negative by loosening up this 10 millimeter nut on the post clamp right here. And we'll take this clamp off and just tuck this over here to the side. That will kill power to the whole vehicle so that we're not worrying about accidentally shorting something out. So now let's head over to the passenger side and do the same thing over there. And pull these little covers up, and we'll take these 10 millimeter nuts off. All right, now let's take a look under here. We've got two more of the T25 screws to remove here. Okay, so let's pull this plastic trim out of here. Okay, make sure you don't lose these little clip nuts on the plastic trim here. We're gonna definitely reuse those later. Now, if your Grenadier came with the factory subwoofer, the JBL speaker box under the rear passenger seat, we're gonna pull that out. One up top and two down low. And now we can lift the speaker box up and disconnect this power cord right here. Now we will be offering a relocation kit for that speaker. So we're going to have a bracket that'll relocate the JBL speaker under the front passenger seat, as well as a cable that will plug into this factory cable and just extend that wire harness up there underneath the seat. That will be available separately on our website as well for people who just want to relocate that to mount something else under the back seat. That'll be available separately. So now let's go ahead and loosen this one on the positive clamp, and we're going to remove this battery. And the reason we're going to go ahead and pull the cranking battery is it'll make it easier for us to get the power hub installed in the center over here. So let's take this positive clamp off. Now we've got some 13 millimeter bolts, one up top. And there's two more 13 millimeter nuts down here on the side by the door. I'm going to come in with an extension from the top to get that one. And two more in the front. Yeah, now we'll have easier access to some of these factory mounting points. Okay, we're about ready to drop the system in here, but before we do that, let me just show you what we're working with. We're going to be using these mounting points here. We're going to remove those with a T50 socket in just a second, and then the back of it will connect to these threaded holes here. But let's go ahead and pull this ground connection point. This is where we're going to attach one of our ground wires. We're going to pull that out with a 10 millimeter. Okay, let's drop the Omega system in here. Route these long wires under this bar here and around the front. And this will go right in here. And we're going to slide it over to the side so we can get that ground wire hooked up first. Okay, now we can get this moved into its final position, and then we'll take this cover off and we can get to the 10mm bolt right down here. All right, I'm gonna put my bolt on my socket here and feed that right down through the hole. There we go. And then we're gonna tighten down this front one. We should be able to get this started by hand pretty easily. Okay, I'm gonna leave this just a little bit loose. Then we'll come over here and do the other side, and then we'll tighten those down. Okay, now I'm back on the passenger side. I'm gonna take my other 10mm bolt, and that's gonna go right under the back of the Omega system, underneath this Anderson plug. So it's a little bit awkward to reach in there. So just take your time and see if you can get your fingers wedged in here. Drop that in place and get it started by hand first, and then we'll come back with a ratcheting wrench and tighten that up. Okay, I'm going to use a little stubby 10mm. Okay, then we'll get the front bolt started. Okay, now we'll tighten those front bolts with our 11/16 ratcheting wrench. And back to the driver's side to tighten up this one. Okay, now we can get our cover back on. Let's move our ground wire out of our way. Just tuck it down low here. Put our cover on here. Okay, we're ready to drop our battery in here. Now, I'm going to be using this Dakota Lithium 135 amp hour battery. I like this one because it's a lot of power for the size and for the weight, and it's a pretty decent price point. But if you want to know more details about what batteries are compatible back here, I've got more information about that in our detailed overview video, so you can go watch that to learn a little bit more about battery options. So let's go ahead and slide this in from the front. And then we'll grab our battery hold down brackets. Okay, the first piece of the bracket is going to go on the floor on these studs here. So we're going to lean our seat down. We'll put this right on the floor studs. Okay, then the upper mount will slide in from the front and it's going to go over these two studs on the bottom side. And now let's hold it all down with the nuts that are in your hardware baggie. Okay, make sure this top half is sitting nice in front on top of your battery, and then you can tighten these down. Okay, now we're going to use the longer bolt from your hardware bag to secure this side of the battery hold down bracket. But before we do that, I just want to mention that make sure that you've got your battery in here with the positive over here towards the center of the vehicle and the negative this way. Because if you want to move the battery around a little bit, if you want to slide it over this way, just try not to bump the post over here against the bracket. But if you do bump our bracket against the battery post, we would much rather that happen on the negative post than bumping a big piece of metal against the positive post. That would not be good. So get the battery where you want it. I'm just going to kind of center mine up. That's fine. And we'll bolt it down over here. Okay, before we hook up the battery cables to the battery, let's leave these off for just a second. Let's get the positive and negative wire coming from the Omega system and bring them over here to the bus bars. So bring those around here for a second. I'm going to kind of push this ground wire, tuck it down in here a little bit so it's out of the way. Make sure none of your wires are getting pinched or anything. The red one is going to go right here onto the stud on the bus bar. Let's take this nut and washer off. Okay, we'll just attach this red wire right onto the bus bar. Put our washer and lock washer right back on there. And put this one on just finger tight for the moment. And our black wire, same thing. Let's take this nut off. Same thing. We're just going to route this right up here. Connect it just like that. Okay, we'll just get that finger tight for the moment. And now let's go ahead and hook up our battery cables. And these wires are left a little bit long on purpose so that you can reach all the way out to much wider batteries. So if you have a smaller one like I do, just bend that cable around and put it on the post. Okay, and the same thing with the ground wire. Let's just bend that in the middle, put it on the post. Okay, once you got the wires looking nice and smooth and nothing's pinched, let's go ahead and tighten down the bus bar. And then we're going to tighten up our post clamps with a 13 millimeter or a 1/2 inch. Okay, the accessory battery is done. So what we've got here is the power and ground coming from the alpha charger. That's going to send the charge over to your accessory battery. And this heavy gauge wire is also going to feed power from the battery back to the bus bar. So anything that you hook up here on these bus bars will run from this battery, and those devices will not drain down your cranking battery. So now let's go over to the driver's side and we'll get the cranking battery put back in. All right, let's get our cranking battery back in here. Now let's get our battery brackets back in here. We got the one on the top and the one on the side. And then our bolt up on top. All right, now let's get our positive post back in position here. Tighten that down with our 10 millimeter. All right, now we're going to hook up our wire from the Omega system to this nut on the positive post clamp. So let's pull that off with a 13. Let's bring this wire around this side of that bracket. I'm gonna put that lug on here in this orientation, and then put the factory wire back up on top of it and tighten that back down. And lastly is our negative post clamp. This should fire up the vehicle. I hear the engine coming alive, and we'll tighten that down with our 10 millimeter. Okay, we're all done with the wiring. Let's just get our trim panels put back in here. Now, if your battery posts are kind of interfering a little bit, you can't get this last bolt into that little clip nut, don't sweat it. It's not going anywhere. We'll get the other one in the front. Okay, that's it for the Omega system installation. But if you also got our optional accessory mounting plate, that's this bracket here, you can go ahead and drop that down in place. That's just going to bolt right up to the factory studs on this bracket right here. So that just gives you a place where you can drill your own holes through here, put your own threaded studs or bolts, and mount some accessories. Maybe you've got an auxiliary fuse box like an S-Pod or Switch Pros or something like that. You can mount that right there. Makes it super easy to mount some extra accessories in here. But anything that needs battery power will go right here to these bus bars. So again, anything that you run off of here won't drain down your cranking battery. Also, if you have the factory JBL subwoofer and you want to move that underneath the front seat, we have a separate video that walks you through how to get that installed, so you can go watch that now. Otherwise, let's hop in the front seat and we'll fire it up. Hey, there we go. Now on the RedVision app, you can see that the engine is running. It shows that the engine is putting out 14.2 volts to the cranking battery, and the charging stage says float mode. That just means that the battery is fully charged, so there's no need to just keep on charging it at a high amperage rate. So up at the top, you can see the charger is putting about 1 amp into the battery just to keep it topped off. So for more information about the RedVision app, including how to configure it and how to get it all set up for your Alpha charger, we've got a detailed video that'll walk you through all of that. Okay, we're all done. I hope that video was helpful for you. Did I miss anything? Or if you have any questions, please give us a call or just shoot us an email to info@genesisoffroad.com. or just leave us a comment on the video down below. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've also got a podcast now where we're answering questions that come in from our customers to give you a deeper answer than what we can do over email. We've also got lots of helpful tech tip videos. So if this video was helpful, be sure to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and thanks for watching.